Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with my Goki deck profile, 40 posts, Cotd duelist. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and of course guys, as I progress to the deck profile, I'll be explaining to you guys some of my card choices and the reasons why I play them. And I'm telling you guys right now, the reason why I love this archetype so much is that every single time a card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you're able to add something from your deck to your hand. So as far as Goki goes, any Goki monster that gets sent from the field to the graveyard, whether or not it's destroyed by battle or you're sent to the graveyard off like link summoning and things like that, you get their effects to basically search any Goki card directly from your deck to your hand. So that way that you have instant access to the Monster Reborn Goki rematch, and you also have basically access to any Goki monster in the deck, which is really good. And their link monster, Goki the Great Ogre, makes all the monsters on the field lose attack equal to their original defense. So that way that your Goki monsters can basically run over your opponent's monsters with ease. If you guys want to see more deck profiles for the upcoming format, make sure you guys smash that 500+ like button. That'll be absolutely amazing, guys. I have DDD deck profile coming up, guys. DDD Dave is coming back. Gabe, I have Gabe's deck profile coming up as well. And if you guys want to see a zombie deck profile with the new Reverend archetype, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button as well. That'll be absolutely amazing, guys. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright guys, start with the monster. You're going to play, of course, triple Goki Twist Cobra. You also want to play triple Goki Suprex. And last but not least, triple Goki with Scorpio. This is the trinity of the entire deck. So for those of you who do not know what Twist Cobra does, that Twist Cobra effects reads that it's a quick effect. You can tribute one Goki monster, then target one Goki monster you control. It gains attack equal to the original attack of the tribute monster until the end of this turn. If this card is sent from the field of the graveyard, you can add one Goki card directly from your deck to your hand, except for Goki Twist Cobra. You can only use this effect of Goki Twist Cobra once per turn. Let me tell you guys right now, all these Goki cards right here, Suprex, Twist Cobra, and also Scorpio, all have the same secondary effect where when they send from the field to the graveyard, they basically get to search any Goki card directly from your deck. So Twist Cobra can search out Suprex and Scorpio. Suprex can search out Twist Cobra and Scorpio. Scorpio can search out Suprex and Twist Cobra. And all three of these cards can search out Goki rematch directly from your deck to your hand, which is the best card in your deck, which is essentially a basically Monster Reborn for Gokis. Goki Suprex is really amazing. Essentially a Goblinberg for Gokis. When this card is normal summon, you can special one Goki monster for your hand. So you normal summon Suprex, special summon Twist Cobra, and then you just basically just run over your opponent for damage, which is really good. And if you activate Twist Cobra's effect, you basically just tribute another Goki card, and when the Goki monster is tributed, you get to search a card directly from your deck to your hand. And Scorpio is just really good as well. It's a level 5 monster, and its effect means that if you control no monsters, or all monsters you control are Goki monsters, you can normal summon this card without tributing. So it's essentially a free 2200 beater, which is really awesome. And also the secondary effect is the same as Twist Cobra and also the Suprex, which is really awesome. So you're gonna play triple Twist Cobra, triple Suprex, and of course triple Scorpio to start off with our monsters. Next off, for the supporting engine, I love this engine so much, guys. I'm sorry for those of you who are tired of seeing this engine, but this engine you must play in the deck. Triple, Predator Plants, Orphis Scorpio, and of course Darlingtonia Cobra. The brilliant engine in this deck is just absolutely insane. The reason why you play the Predator Plant engine is because you want to make Mrs. Radiant as quickly as possible, and you have access to also MX Saber Invoker, which is absolutely amazing. And you guys all know that Goki monsters are all warrior, and especially for Goki Suprex, you can easily tutor out Suprex off directly from the deck off MX Saber Invoker, which is really amazing. And you can bring this card out with Invoker, make Invoker and Suprex. You make it first turn Mrs. Radiant, which is really, really strong. And then when Goki Suprex gets sent to the graveyard, you basically get to search any Goki card directly from your deck to your hand, preferably Goki rematch, so that way that you can constantly Monster Reborn back the monsters, which is really awesome. Additional normal summon is also really great in the deck, so that way that you can potentially push for more damage. And also the additional normal summon can also give you access to more link monsters, and also gives you access to the Goki, a Great Ogre, as quickly as possible. So the Predator and Plant engine, in my personal opinion, is a must-off. And next we're going to play, of course, the one Trick Clown for the engine for Brilliant Fusion, which is really good. And also having a reoccurring level 4 monster on the field is just really great, so that way you have access to more link monsters, and also you have access to rank 4 XCs played, which is really awesome. And last but not least, I'm going to play double Gem Knight Tourmaline. Guys, this is basically Gem Knight Garnet, but I don't have Garnet, and Garnet is just really expensive right now. So I just decided to play Tourmaline instead. The reason why you play this Tourmaline is because it's essentially a Garnet. If you guys have a Garnet, play Garnet instead. But you know what? Many admires his way of life. So, sometimes his card may be better than Garnet. Double Gem Knight Tourmaline. The reason why I played 2 Gem Knights is because this engine is just so important. If I draw like the one Garnet. You know what I mean? If I only play one Garnet and I drew the Garnet, this whole entire engine is basically just dead, and I don't want that to happen. So just in case, if I draw the Tourmaline, the first Tourmaline, I know that my second Tourmaline is still in the deck, and that way that my Brilliant Fusion is always still going to be live, as long as I have that one Tourmaline directly in my deck. And last but not least, of course, the one Max C, the best monster in the game right now. Max C, you draw Max C against Zoo, you pretty much just win the duel. So the card's amazing. Alright guys, pretty much it for the monsters. Go after the spells. The best spell card in the deck, hands down, Triple Goki Rematch. This card is absolutely incredible. For those of you who do not know its effect, is that target 2 Goki monsters in your graveyard with different levels, special them in defense position. You can only activate 1 Goki Rematch per turn. And the reason why you activate this card is that most of the time when you activate Goki Rematch, you're already going to have a Goki monster on the field. So you revive back your 2 Goki monsters in the graveyard, and that way that you have quick access to Mrs. Radiant, and you also have quick access to Goki the Great Ogre, which is absolutely phenomenal. And the fact that all the Goki monsters can search Goki Rematch is just absolutely insane. So that way that you always have monsters reoccurring every single turn. So that's why I love Goki Rematch so much. The fact that it has a searchable built-in Monster Reborn is just absolutely insane. So Triple Goki Rematch, definitely a must-off in the deck. And the next best engine, of course, Triple Brilliant Fusion. The fact that you get, you know, an additional normal summon is just really good as well. So that way that you can easily, you know, basically OTK your opponent. And just spamming more Goki monsters is really good, because when those cards die, you basically get to search stuff directly from your deck to your hand. And Brilliant Fusion basically helps you make a first turn, what is it called, Mrs. Radiant, which is really awesome. So, and this card I am liking so much in the deck, I decided to play double Transmodify. The reason behind Transmodify is that Goki Suprex level 4, Goki Rescorpio is level 5, and of course Goki Twist Cobra is a level 3. For example, let's say I have these 3 cards in my opening hand, Transmodify, Goki Suprex, and Twist Cobra. I can summon Suprex, bring out Twist Cobra, activate Transmodify on Suprex to basically special summon out Rescorpio directly from the deck. And of course, when Suprex gets sent to the graveyard, I get to search the Goki Rematch. So that way that already on the first turn opening, I already have Rescorpio and Twist Cobra on the field. So if my opponent tries to kill my Twist Cobra, I can activate Twist Cobra's effect to basically tribute off Rescorpio and then make this card gain 2300, which makes it 3900, which is pretty big. And then next turn, you have access to Goki Rematch by having these 2 cards in the graveyard, okay, already for the rematch that you search off the first Suprex, which is really good. So you activate Goki Rematch, bring out these 2 cards back, and then you have access to Mrs. Radiant, and you also have access to, what's it called, Goki the Great Ogre, which is really awesome. So a Transmodify is more of a combo card. You guys don't have to play this card at all, but I just recommend you guys from trying this out, because for times you're able to actually get out 2 monsters on the field, which is really powerful, especially opening up with Suprex and also the Twist Cobra for the combo. It's just really great. So Transmodify, it's just a combo piece that you guys can consider playing. It's all up to personal preference if you want to play Transmodify or not. Next off, for the 1 else, we're going to play the 1 Soul Charge. The card is really good as well. You guys all know how powerful Soul Charge is. 1 Reinforce of the Army. These 3 cards can be any cards you guys want. It's all up to personal preference, but I like to play Triple Forbidden Chalice. Card is really amazing. As long as Zodiacs are still running around, this card is really powerful. If you guys are seeing Tricksters running around, you can actually kill the whole entire Trickster combo by just chalicing the Lycoris, which is really awesome. So, and especially against Masterpiece that are unaffected by monster and traps, you can activate Forbidden Chalice to basically kill the Masterpiece, which is really good. These 3 cards can all be any 3 staples you guys would like, but I recommend you guys playing Chalice just to be able to combat against today's meta, which is really good. So triple Chalice, and last but not least, you're gonna play, of course, double Cog Cyclone. Cog Cyclone is just really good to hold against the True Draco matchup. Against the True Draco, you can actually wait until they activate the trap to attempt to tribute summon. You can activate Cog Cyclone to basically just banish the trap. So double Cog Cyclone, and that's pretty much it for the spells. Alright guys, off to the trap. You guys want to play for the Solemns, double Solemn Strike, really good cards, and of course the Solemn Warning. And one of the best cards in the deck, in my personal opinion, in the trap lineup is double Horn of Heaven. You're basically playing 5 Solemns, which is really good. Horn of Heaven is just really good in the deck for the fact that you contribute 1 monster and negate a summon of a monster, which is really good. And you guys all know that these cards all gain effect when they get sent to the graveyard. So if you have these cards on the field with Horn of Heaven, you can negate any summon, which is really powerful. And when you basically tribute these cards will get the effect to search any Goki card directly from the deck to your hand. So that's why I love the Horn of Heaven in the deck, in my personal opinion. So if you guys want to play different cards instead of Horn of Heaven, you guys can go ahead and do that. But Horn of Heaven just really synergizes really well with Scorpio, Twist Cobra, and also the Suprex, in my personal opinion. so that's why Hornet Heaven is just so good. And last but not least, I played Triple Color Haunted. I may be crazy, but this card is absolutely phenomenal. But this deck is basically a beat down deck where you're just able to try to spam out as many monsters as possible to basically kill your opponent while having Goki the Great Ogre on the board, so that way that you can guarantee games way faster. So what you do with Color Haunted is that, especially when you have multiple monsters on the field, you can actually Color Haunted back to basically push more damage with cards like with Scorpio and with cards like the Twist Cobra, which is really awesome because Twist Cobra can basically tribute off a Goki monster to basically gain attack, so you can actually call 100, call 100 back to Twist Cobra, tribute off a Goki monster, and just basically deal more damage, which is really awesome. And having Call 100 access is just really good, so that way that you have quicker access to link monsters. I believe that Call 100 is the best revival trap in the deck because it brings out the monster in attack mode. If it brings out the monster in defense, all their defense are 0, so it's pretty much useless. Call 100 is able to revive them back in attack mode, and unlike, for example, if back to the front, basically revive monsters back in attack, I will play back to the front over Call 100. Alright guys, off to the extra. You guys want to play, of course, double Goki the Great Ogre. For those of you who don't know its effect, let me tell you guys again. All monsters in the field basically lose attack equal to their original defense, and this card will be destroyed by battle. By card effect, you can destroy a monster in the link that it's pointed to instead. And the good thing about link monsters is that link monster has no defense, so this card will not lose any attack at all, which is really amazing. And also, what's it called? Twist Cobra can also tribute a monster to basically target the Goki Great Ogre to basically make Ogre gain attack, which is really powerful. So, double Ogre. Most of the time, I'm actually just going to win the game if I bring out one, which is really awesome. So, whenever Proxy Dragon comes out, I'm going to basically cut off Goki the Great Ogre for that Proxy Dragon, which is really good. Double Mrs. Radiant. This card is really important in the deck. All Earth monster on the field gain 500 attack and defense. Also, all Wind monster on the field lose 400 attack and defense. If this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can target one Earth monster and add it to your hand, which is really awesome. And all Goki monsters are all Earth, so if this card dies, you basically get to add one of your Goki cards directly from your graveyard back into your hand. So double Mrs. Radiant, double Deco Talker, because you can actually easily make in this deck, especially opening up Brilliant Fusion, which is really awesome. And especially opening up Orpheus Scorpio and Brilliant Fusion, you can easily have access to Decode Talker. And last but not least, we're going to play, of course, the Topological Bomber Dragon to round off our Link monsters. I'm also missing Gaia Saber as well. You guys can also play Gaia Saber in this lineup. I would cut out even, the one Goki, the Great Ogre, for the Gaia Saber if you guys had, or even a Topological Bomber Dragon, in my personal opinion. Off to the Fusion, one Seraphonite, because you are playing the Brilliant Fusion engine. One Tornado Dragon, one Castell, one Diamond Dire Wolf, one number 39, Utopia, MX Saber Invoker, and of course the Abyss Dweller. Invoker is in here because you can trigger out the Suprex directly from the deck. And once you make MX Saber Invoker, you bring out Suprex. You can make Mrs. Radiant by just sending MX Saber Invoker to the graveyard and also Suprex to the grave, so that way that you have access to first turn Mrs. Radiant, which is really, really awesome. So that's pretty much it for the deck profile, guys. If you guys want to play this deck, I would recommend you guys picking this deck to play on a local level, and depending on the cards that you play in the deck, this deck can also be very competitive if you guys were to ask me. But for now, I believe that this deck is a really just fun deck to actually take to a local and just play with your friends. And this deck can also be very explosive as well, and can even potentially just OTK your opponent. But the only downside of this deck is that it takes basically 2 turns to basically set up. And if you guys have any of your own card choices and things like that, make sure you guys use my deck list as a guide to what you guys can play in your deck. This is my best deck list, that fits towards my playstyle. If you have any of your own card choices, make sure you guys check that in. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 signing out. Alright, guys. Peace.